Good afternoon, good evening, good wherever you are. How's everybody doing? We are back with more control. Hello, good lad. I'm gonna go over there. No, you just want to stay over here? Yeah. Off on my shoulder. I've got fluff everywhere. Yeah. Right. That were cracking. But there you go. There you go. Chill there where it's warm. Good boy. Alright. Maintenance major targets. Go to the NSC energy converters. Holy crap, I'm useless. He went all the way around to try and get the it. First on the scene. Complete one bureau alert. I thought I completed it. So why are they still coming? Ow! Oh my god, there's another one. Ah. Why did they keep coming if it said I completed? The fluff. Alright. Old Boys Club. Find Marshall. Hope informs Jesse that Marshall went into the research sector to create more HRAs. Jesse believes Marshall may know more about Dylan. Right. Now, I got level 3 clearance yesterday, but I couldn't find any doors. You good lad, are you? Pops. Ooh, sleepy.
Shit. What now?
My old enemy the clock is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
What? Oh, maybe because there was another door in the furnace room. No, actually, why is he telling us to get rid of the clog monster again? I'm confused. Boo! Holy crap, you came out of nowhere! Oh, no, no, no. Hopefully they kind of jumped the gap. I don't think I can go any further. No, I think that's as far as I'm getting here. Don't think I'm supposed to technically be here yet. Ah, bollocks. I'm confused. Why did he say, like, the clog was back? clog ain't back. Nanny? I'm curious if the console version's a bit buggy compared to the PC version when I originally played that one. I don't remember having any issues with it. Like, I don't know if that repeat dialogue was just a bug that wasn't meant to trigger. Because the clog in here. We already done it. I know you do fight it again at some point. Yeah, so I can't get into that room at the moment. So coming here was not helpful. I'm trying to find just like the doors and that I've missed up to this point. I can't remember at what point you get the ability to float. Hello up there. Unless he's meant I can finally get into that room over there. Because that's the other place I think you fight the clog. Again, I think I need the float ability just to get over there, because the dash ability isn't working. Never mind, I got it. Yeah, I can't get in there anyway. I thought so. Why did Artie tell us to clean out the clog? Where are the level 3 doors? Hello, Chitty Jada. What are you doing? You get a drinky? Man, did you get a drink? Make sure you get a drink. It's got your medicine in it. Good boy. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Maybe I'll just crack on for now. Let's just crack on for now. Don't want to get hauled up for too long and stuff. Like I said, time is ticking on.
altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
Good place. This place is full of lore. The Panopticon.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable, something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They're all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever breached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
There. Good boy. You sit there and chill. Ah, get up. No. You'll be a good boy. I wish it wouldn't land on my head. Door. Puppy. I thought you could grab that rockets. I'm sure you used to be able to grab them. Annual review, containment procedures and processes. I thought you could interact with that. Chaos! Why do the chairs sound like less like chairs clanking and more just like cutlery? Someone's just clanking some plates and cutlery for audio sound effect. For your service to the Bureau. Certificate of Achievement. I can't even interact with that. Object and item distinctions. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to note that some very key distinctions. Firstly, objects of power grant para-utilitarian abilities. See the full para-utilitarian 812 for an introduction to the subject. Secondly, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane. This is widely believed to be due to the redacted's affiliation with objects of power. Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which indicates the redacted evaluates who can or cannot enter. Thirdly, and this is not always the case, objects of power are much more paranaturally redacted than altered items. Looking at the specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder they are notably rarer than altered items. In fact, we have redacted altered items for every object of power contained within the Bureau. Hello. What are you doing? Nah, what are you doing? He's a good boy. You a good lad? Nah, who's beautiful? Eyes peeled for items. Orange peel.
Reminder. This week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm. Thank you for your attention.
Bodily harm? Huh. Random audio. Let's cleanse this area. This is where the track events, altered world events, I think that's what this room was dedicated to. Hey Sephiroth, how you doing? Doing alright. Doing alright. Hello, chatty. I can hear you up there. Juggle boy. Got 2 of my games in the mail of the day. So I got my copy of Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2. And I should have my copy of Metal Gear Solid tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen with Starbound. Too many games, and obviously I've put that aside. Starfield, sorry, not Starbound, Starfield. Because obviously I've put that aside to do the Remedy-a-thon ready for Alan Wake 2. And obviously now I've got Mario and Spider-Man, Alan Wake 2, and the Metal Gear Collection. The Metal Gear Collection I can play anytime, really. That's fine. Same with Mario. There's not really a rush to play that, since obviously it's not really going to be a hugely story-driven game, whereas Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2 are very story-driven. And obviously I want to play them before too many people on Twitch go around spoiling it. Yeah, I played all of I played Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. Hello, yo. Spider-Man's one of my favorite newer PlayStation titles. What are you doing? I'm sure I remember there being a light switch to the motel somewhere here. I'm sure a wall opens up here and it's behind there at some point. In fact, I'm positive. No, I thoroughly enjoyed Spider-Man 100%. And Spider-Man and Miles Morales, I loved it. The combat was just so fluent and enjoyable for me. I really enjoyed it. Zipping around the city was fun. And the side missions were alright. Like, there wasn't too many of every side mission. There was just a decent amount. Like, if you've ever played what was that game on the the PlayStation 3 where the guy had like electricity abilities? The hell was it called again? Infamous. Infamous is an example of a game that had too much of the same missions. Like, climb this building, disable the alarms, defend this infirmary from dudes A, B, and C, and rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over and over, to the point I never finished the first one because it was just so repetitive. Like, you know me, I like to do everything. I like to 100% a game as much as I can. But that game, while trying to 100% it, I just got burned out because of how repetitive the side missions were. Like, Spider-Man does have repeatable missions, but not like a huge amount of them. Just like a set amount of each. Scattered throughout the city. Whereas Infamous just had crap loads of the same mission repeatable. I've always wanted to actually go back and try to play that game, to be honest with you, but too many games, backlog huge, never probably gonna happen. Yeah, plus more coming out all the time, making that backlog ever bigger. The curse of playing games from every genre. Mannequin supplement. Waste mannequin. Background. The item was last owned by Madame Redacted, an operatic performer from Berlin. After her career ended in a public scandal, she relocated to Redacted, Maine, for reasons unknown. With her came the trappings of her old life, including this item. Locals report that she rarely left her home in the short years she spent in Redacted. After her death, caused by Redacted, the state held a public auction of her belongings, seeing as she had no known relatives. Various conflicting first-hand reports exist, but testimonies provided by witnesses of the event do contain some common elements. Most every witness saw numerous mannequins break through the house's windows, tumbling outside. Some witnesses report bright lights, some report high-pitched singing. These are unverified. Numerous civilians inside the house at the time of the incident were hypothesized for hospitalized. Sorry, where the hell did I get hypothesized? Hospitalized for various injuries. 2 were crushed to death. Agents were dispatched upon seeing an article regarding these events during the Bureau's daily scans of national periodicals. The item was quickly identified and brought into the Bureau. A mannequin object of power. Or item of power, whichever. I hate the layout of this area. It is a bit maze-like. Where's all the oops? Show me the oops. Baby, 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 yeah. The hole in your room is a hole in you. That's a key line, because remember when Jessie first came here, she was talking about a hole behind a poster on a wall. Again? Whoa! Come on. Just keep coming. Getting a bit hungry. I wasn't hungry earlier when I came home from work. I lay down, watched some programs with Shadow, and I fell asleep. Which is why I'm on a little bit later tonight. I had to leave my motorbike at work because the weather here in the UK is bad across the whole of the country at the minute. Extreme winds and heavy rain. Trying to get a lift home from work. Just poo. Good. All right. Mechanical room. I did go in here already, didn't I? Yeah. Well, I ain't finding anything. But that one note on the mannequin, and that was it. I thought there was a lot more in here. Hello. Get some nummies. You're chomping on some nums. Come here. There you go. Good boy. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, I forgot new episode of Loki's out today. Ooh, well, watch that tomorrow. Security. I'm trying to see if I can get to these question mark areas. It's just the way. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Terminal containment. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Construct spin. Right, now I've got the automatic. Let's see. Rate of fire plus 11%. Damage plus 18. Exclusive to spin. Rate of fire plus 27%. Rate of fire 19%. Deconstruct. There we are. Right. New toy. Hello, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I missed this side of the room. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. That's a good little budger. You're a good little budger, Rondi. Oh, thank you. You alright? You just chilling? Nah. Avoid modern technology. Because the oldest house hates it. Hello. You getting a drink? Yeah. Try and get yourself a drink. It's the medicines now, and he's drinking water rather than we're putting it directly into his mouth. In case it's stressing him out. Hello, good lad. You alright? You on? Good boy.
If anyone's there, I could really use a hand.
Ah, I think this is the side with that the
Someone
light
needs help over
switch.
there.
Legasp, someone needs help.
Sounds like there's a man down.
Pram procedure. Containment. Cell must be properly ventilated. Inhalation of the item smoke causes redacted. Item is a baby carriage with a black shade and steel wire wheels. Left front wheel is slightly bent, causing a distinct wobble when pushed. Item produces smoke increasingly. Smoke density varies. Smoke is generated without apparent fire or ignition source. An incident in Paris in 1979 brought the pram to the attention of the Bureau. Smoke filled an antique store where the pram was being sold, killing the shop's owner. Update. The detailed records of the events leading to the item's discovery were destroyed in an incident in the Panopticon. Interviews with living witnesses were reperformed at the order of the Archives and Records Chief. A baby pram that constantly produces smoke. There it is. I see the nook inside the wall there with the light switch that'll be there. I remember that. I remember. I'm not afraid anymore. You hear me? I'm not afraid anymore. Da 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 da. Don't know why that popped into my head. Da 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 da. Yep, he came from the Ocean View Motel.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back
I remember
'cause
this
of all the
place.
clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
A matter of time. I remember this mission. Here we are again. TikTok. Somebody's having a good time. TikTok, TikTok. Bang bong. Right, so I think I've got to stop the clock in that room at 5:15. Just past it. Oh, never mind it. I don't think I can turn it again. I think I've got to match it to the timer from the desk, but I keep mucking it up. Hey, watch the time. Alright, 20 to 1. And I fucked up again. I just press X to... okay, I didn't realize I just press X to keep it. Thanks for telling us that, game. There we go. That one's done. Okay, just before 5:30. What's that one doing? What was that? Something just made a noise there. $25 to 9. Find the missing medic.
This Wells guy can't be far.
This place is pretty weird. I remember this place.
Those must be the clocks he was talking about.
Clocks everywhere. Ritual intuition. 10 control points cleansed. Bunch of sealed areas. Dead dudes everywhere. Ow. Not getting in there anytime soon.
Shit.
Hello.
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
He's got higher clearance than me. I'm the director.
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down.
I don't know if I've missed anything here. I don't think I have. Don't know if there's any documents. Let's give it a quick once-over just to be safe. A quick sprinteroo. Yeah, I think we're good. What's going on there? That's an item power, objective power. So it looked like the two scientists had an interest in each other. Dr. Darling, I think, had an interest in her, and she had no interest in him. I think they were more creeped up by the fact that he was recording them. Matter of time, Jesse finds a wounded ranger named Horowitz in the logistics lobby. He asks Jesse to go in and find his squad mate Wells. Ah, come on. Ow! Oh, big dude didn't even notice him. That guy seemed to have a hard job firing his own weapons. Ah, lovely. Whew. Clocks everywhere.
Locked. Think you can find a way around?
Will indeed. Open the gate for Wills.
So, you came down here for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had. I've never seen anything like it.
Postbox supplement. Jasper Postbox. Agents arrived at the town of Jasper Crossing, Arizona, and notice how none of this is redacted. After the the communications department intercepted multiple phone calls to local authorities regarding frozen people in the streets. 4 of the 5 dispatched agents became paralyzed upon arriving at the scene. Additional assessment teams were dispatched. Variations of identification formulas were tried with ineffectual results. Agents reported to using resorted to using aerial photography to study the positioning of the paralyzed individuals. Soon after, agents discovered the event's epicenter to be the local post office. Unaffected agents cleared the area of all paralyzed civilians, animals, and Bureau personnel before beginning to study the item. Agents deemed susceptible to the item were tasked with interviewing and re-informing the public away from the site. The item was soon placed on a transport vehicle manned by unaffected agents. Air travel had been deemed too dangerous given the item's effect. Numerous reports of temporary paralysis were reported by civilians along the truck's route from Arizona to New York City. Yeah, everyone within a certain range of this item would become paralyzed, except for those that were somehow immune to its effects.
Thanks. That's O'Neill. Shit. No one else got out.
How do I get into there? Oh! Must be another one through here. Yep. How do I get into there? Unless you can't. And... doesn't seem like there's anything, like any documents in there, so maybe you just can't get in there. Why do I remember that being some sort of a trophy in this game? I'm sure there was a one for like destroying a bunch of cameras. Could be wrong. Oh, crap. Have a clock. To go with all the clocks. Hey Lou, how we doing? Not too bad after a day from hell. The shitty weather. Whoop. Come on.
I'll need to come deal with that altered item later. If I open the safe from now, Wells could get hurt.
We locked it tight. Come on, we need to get back to Harwood's.
Okay, so come back later for it. Alright, so that's a bit there. I had to leave my bike at work today because of the weather. I rode to work in the morning, but my boss basically said you are not riding home in that weather. So he made us put my bike in the mechanic's garage and leave it there. Wait, where? Where are these major targets? Are they anywhere near us? Pneumatics. Yeah, it was fine in the morning. Like, it wasn't as bad as it was later in the day. Like, later in the day, it was heavy wind and rain. Whereas in the morning, it was just, like, heavy wind. And I was able to get there fine, but, you know. Refrigerator supplement. There's a lot of supplements about altered items. Altered items. Yes, altered items. Redacted interview, 20th of the 11th, 1974. Can you tell us why you left your building that day? LM, I was running out to get eggs. There was that corner store on the 30th. That's why I left Michael there on his own. I knew I wouldn't be gone long. He was drawing at the table when I left. Had his crayons out. Happy. The building came down when I was a block away. I ran back, started digging. City workers found Mikey later beside the fridge. The drawings hadn't come off. Tons of bricks fell on it, and those drawings are still there. How does that happen? You kept a refrigerator after the accident? Why? LM, it still had its drawings. God must have kept them safe for a reason, right? I'd get home from work and stare at them all night. I was in a bad way back then. Why did you sell the fridge with your son's drawings on it? W aim. They'd gotten stuck to it or something. I thought about cutting them off those magnets, but maybe it was better I didn't hold onto them, you know? Gotta move on, everyone says. What's my fridge got to do with the building collapse anyhow? What indeed? What indeed, good sir or ma'am? We'll find out soon enough. Well, depending on what it's like tomorrow, I might go get it, but if not, I'll just have to leave it and somehow get a lift to work on Monday, or like hell am I paying for a taxi? Because it is a long way and it'll be bloody expensive. Clocks everywhere!
When it was clear we couldn't contain the altered item, Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. It's my job.
Slow down, dude. Just making sure I didn't miss turn anywhere. Nope. Work chart. Plane parts. Okay, Mr. Dead Dog, what do you think of this? You know that airplane we brought in? Like, the actual proper airplane? Guess who they made catalogue every individual piece of that plane to be examined for suspected altered status? I had to count every bolt, nut, and piece of non-connected metal, and that's just on the exterior of the damn thing. Do you know how many pieces of hardware it takes to make an airplane? I do. I do. He knows. Good for him. Now, which way do I have to go and which way is optional? Okay, this way was optional. I was confused because he came running in here all on his own. I guess he needed a shit. He just needed to go to the toilet.
We're almost out of the threshold.
Got him. Sneaky shit's trying to sneak up on us. Hello, you. Hello, beautiful. You had some nummies? Yeah. Are you getting a drink? That's what I care about. I want you to get a drink because the medicine's in your water. Man. Any little birdie medicines in the water. Hey, he's gone. He's just like, screw this, I'm out. Uh-oh. That was lucky. Hello, Fluff. What you doing? Nah. What are you doing up there? Oh, I want that. Hello, Flopper. Hello. Hello, are you a good boy? Meh? Hello, beautiful. My samurai. Deconstruct. Hello. Headshot damage plus 76%. Boom.
Come on. The motel court is on the other side of logistics. Horowitz should still be there.
I've been here, haven't I? Yeah, we're back to where we should be. Once he's free and off my case, I've got to go back in there. Into the sealed off area. Meet Wales at the control point.
Let's go.
Escort Wales to Horowitz. It's more like he's escorting me because he's just legging it.
Hold on. Something's wrong with him.
He done gone turned into a hit.
Horowitz. Oh God, no.
Oh god, I'm not watching my health. Where you going? Why did you run away to get your shield back? You ain't going nowhere.
should talk to Wells. Make sure he's okay.
You'll be fine.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it. Head to the executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thank you, Director. I'll go see what good I can do there.
Let's see. Hello, little lad. And good boy. Alright, can I get back in by just going in the way we left the sealed off area? How the fluff do I get back there again? Besides pulling the cord. Go again. Ah, one of them. Ah, right. Yeah. That's why I had a plus symbol. I was wondering why they had plus symbols. These guys boost them. That just kill itself. Huh. How come I didn't get any background info on that? That looked like it killed itself somehow. Hello, Fluff. Yeah, it looked like it just died and I didn't get the background information on it. Hello up there. You having a good wobble chat up there, are you? Yeah. It's hard to tell because obviously at the moment he seems fine, but it was the same the last time when we first started him on that course of medicine. He seemed fine. It seemed like the medicine was doing its job, and then I came home one day to find that he was being sick again. I don't know if I told you what happened. Where took him to the vet, and the vet gave us a whole bunch of options. But he basically said that it's hard to diagnose when it comes to birds. So he said my options were to either have like another swab test similar to the one that I had, but this time get it sent to a specialist, rather than just do it in-house at the vet, because they just take a little look at it under the microscope, whereas this other option, they send it away to a specialist to get looked at properly. That's the option I chose for now, along with another course of medicine, except this time we'll put it in his water instead of giving it directly into his mouth with a dropper. Hello. Come here then. Come on then. Hello. Oh. And then the other option is I've got three little test tubes, and the other option is to collect his poop for 3 days and send that away to be examined. Hello, yo. That'll be the next step I take. Hello, Fluffer. Good lad. Beautiful. Oh. So yeah, for now, I just run them through another course of that medicine, except it's going into his water this time. And waiting for the swab results to come back from a professional lab that's going to examine it. Good boy. Meh. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. But it's got to be done. The medicine. The annoying thing is, like, I asked him if he was a specialist. Since obviously the first time I went 3 weeks ago to the vet, she said she was a specialist. And like I said, obviously he's ran this course of medicine from the first time we took him, and it seems to have done nothing. So this time when I went, the first thing I asked is, can you somehow, confirm to me that you are a specialist? And he basically turned around and said, there are no specialists anywhere. Only people that are experienced or in training. And he said he likes to think that he is highly experienced because he's raised birds for many years. And so he's obviously just learned through personal experience as well as working in it as a veterinarian. And I mean, he seemed to know what he was doing. The first person I spoke to was very basic on instructions. This person gave us a lot of instructions, as well as his opinion is what he thinks it is. Like, he thinks it might be he thinks it's not a crop infection like the first vet said. He thinks it might be a yeast infection. But he said there's two forms of yeast infections that are more prominent in birds. One that could be detected with the swab, and one that could be detected with his poop being examined. I can hear you chatting away. Hello. Because obviously the way I described it's like when I came home, he was like violently bobbing his head while trying to bring something up, and he managed to bring something up at one point, and it stuck to the side of his cage, and it was like this white gunk. And he said the way you've described it, it sounds like it might be a fungal infection. Hello, me good boy. Yeah, I've just got to keep an eye on him and run him through all that course of medicine and wait for the results to come back. The first option, which I've opted for to begin with, the medicine to be seen out of hours. That's the worst part. I hate that. Also, he said that it's quite hard to get a hold of avian specialists because there's not that many throughout the country. And a lot of them are very, they're hard to get a hold of because they're always fully booked. And obviously I work during the weeks, so getting in during normal hours, 9 till 5, is difficult because obviously I'm at work, and I already took time off once to take him to the vet the first time. So I had to this time go out of hours, and when you go out of hours, they charge you a fortune because obviously I've been seen out of normal working hours. So to be seen was expensive as well. It wasn't too bad. Like it came to £195 in total, which isn't too bad. The next method, the one where they take the poop samples, they're going to examine them, that can cost up to £380. So obviously I've gone I'll do that if I have to do it, obviously. But I'm eliminating the options for now. So like first is I'm getting the swab test examined thoroughly, as well as the next course of medicine. And if that comes back with nothing, then I'll move on to that next step. I know you. I've just got to keep an eye on him in the meantime and make sure he's getting the medicine in his water. He also, this guy recommended like different food seed types, as well as like vitamin drops to put in his water. Because like I said, this guy said he's raised birds for years, so he's like, he knows like the best food types to get for them, he said. Especially if it's a bird that's very picky about eating, like he is. Like, he'll not touch other foods. He'll pick at them, but he'll not like eat them. Like if I give him like cucumber or carrot or things like that, he'll not touch it. So this guy recommended a seed mix that he says is much better. But I mean, I use a seed mix as well. It's when you go to a pet shop, you can get these just cheap bags of seed that are just put into like a plastic bag. Yeah, that's your standard bird seed. But then there's other types, like there's a more premium one that I buy, which is in a proper professional box with artwork and everything on it, and it's got a much better mix to it of seed types. Oh yeah, that's another thing. He also said he's slightly underweight, not like so bad underweight that it's to be a big concern, but he says he's slightly underweight. So yeah, I don't know how, because like even now he's just gone from his swing into his house and he's sitting eating. He's always eating. I see him eating all the time. I don't know. Yeah, that's why he suggested this other mix of seed, as well as these drops that you put in the water. No, he's actually eating. There's times where he'll go in and he'll like grab one or two seeds and then he'll come back out and he'll just sit chewing on that same seed for a while. But then most of the times, like when you look over, he's properly digging in like birds do when they're constantly pecking at the seed and eating it. Hello, yo. Like at the minute, he's just grabbing a seed and munching on it. Hello. But yeah, I need to get the. I had some drops. I don't know where they went. I think I threw them away because he just wasn't interested. But the vet says you've just got to be persistent, basically. Keep putting it in his water, so it's like the only source of drinking water he has, and eventually he'll just go for it. But yeah, it's like these drops that you put in the water, and it's like got loads of different vitamins in that they need. Good lad. Meh. Mwah. Love you. Love you. Good lad. Somebody's trying to be sneaky. Wait, what? Why is the... Why is there an effect here like there's a hit? Nanny? But yes, I just hope he gets better. Hello, you. Because I hate it when my budgies pass away. Like originally, when a storm passed away, I said I was never going to get another bird again. Because, like I said, it sucks when they pass away. But then when I got my new job, I thought, you know what? I started missing the noise of having a budgie around. Like, you've got people who hate birds. Like, you've got people who hate the noise of birds chirping. For me, it depends on the bird. Like, cockatiels, they're noisy as hell, and I can't stand them. But budgies, I don't mind budgies. Especially him, like he's very chatty, but he's not noisy. You know what I mean? Budgies can chirp loud if they want, but they're not like cockatiels. Cockatiels constantly are loud. And I learned that from one of my friends. One of my friends had a one, and I used to stay over at a house from time to time. And at night, she'd put the blanket over the cockatiel's cage, but the cockatiel would just carry on chirping really loud through the night, and it would keep us awake. Whereas him, you put his blanket on and he quiets down and goes to sleep. Where was the safe again? Ah, there it is. Alright, let's go
This is
get...
the safe room Wells showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
I remember this one being a pain in the butt. Sealed threshold account. Threshold management retrospective. Threshold 9D. Threshold with effect redacted manifested in the containment sector in the middle of the redacted department. Simultaneous numerous redacted appeared in the area, injuring and killing many redacted. After rescue operations were completed and redacted, Rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of clocks made the expedition impossible. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks. Proved an impossible task. The department was relocated and the area abandoned. Researchers theorized the threshold introduced unstable matter to our dimension, which adopted the form of the redacted as redacted when introduced to more stable redacted. Redacted. Yeah, thanks for asking.
Great. More clocks.
TikTok. That redacted character sure gets a lot of lines. Oh, I remember this being a pain in the butt. Can I get there yet? Oops. Oh, why is my green screen all weird the day? That's not what I wanted. Ah, crap. Right, which way? This way. Hello. Go beep beep soon. I'm getting very hungry. I haven't had anything to eat since coming home from work. Wasn't really hungry. And then I decided to have just sit and watch some programs while lying down with him, and I fell asleep. Hello. I mean, it's midnight. Pretty late for ordering food. I'll probably just go quickly make something. hello.
This is the safe room Wells showed me. The one with the altered item inside. Great. More clocks.
What are you doing? Hey, don't bite. Naughty. You haven't done that in a long time. You've been very chill lately. Oh boy. Yes, I remember this. The anchor.
How am I supposed to get across that?
Yeah. I don't think I can get this one yet. Oh, he's feeling better, so he's back to biting us. Yeah, I don't think I can get across here yet. I think I need the ability to float. I can't remember at what point I get that. But I definitely can't boost across there. Nope. Oh god, where am I? Help! I am left trapped. Help! I regret nothing! Oh, I didn't realize that. Upon death, I'm losing a ability point. Whoops. Forgot that was a thing.
How am I supposed to get across that?
We aren't. If I remember, we've got to come back for that. Where's the anchor? I'm gonna give this one a quick Google to refresh myself, whether I can actually get this now or not. Let's see. Right, cool. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. I can't get it yet. I was right. I need the levitate ability. I think I've just got to carry on with the main missions for now. Bam. Health fully upgraded. Launch explosive, launch grenades. Ah, there we go. I remember having the option to like grab the rockets and like grenades and everything. I can already launch the grenades though. I'm sure I've already picked them up, just not the rockets. Hello. Right, so yeah, I can't do that yet. I thought that was the case. Alright, let's carry on looking for Marshall. Turntable. I hate the map. It's like I said, it's the one thing about the game I never liked, just the map that you couldn't like filter out each layer. I know like it's colored, so like the brighter the area, the higher it is, and the darker the lower. But I just wish there was an option to just filter each layer. because it can be quite confusing. Threshold end. So I don't want to go there. I guess I'll just go back to logistics. Hello, beautiful birdie. I love you. Yes, I do. Hurry it. Alright, cool. It's flagged as a quest, so I don't forget about it. Alright, let's carry on looking for Marshall. Where do I go next? Which direction? Alright, yeah, through... security. Moldy. I can't remember if that was an achievement for like shooting a certain amount of cameras. Wall of Honor. In memory of the heroic agents who gave their lives to forces known and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all humankind. We honor their sacrifice. I wonder if there's any like specific name on here that's supposed to stand out. Or if these are just like names of developers or people that supported the game. Do you mind? Here they come. Let me out, let me out, let me out. I don't think they can actually get through. No. Probably a funded development game. Published by 505 Games, developed by Remedy. I think it was 505. Oh god, how many are there? Hell yeah. Jeez Louise. How do I get in here again? I can't remember how you get in here again. Can I not get in here yet? I'm sure this is the way I have to go for the next part of the story. Maybe not. I've got to get to the button there. I thought I remember just going over somehow originally. Maybe I can't go that way yet. Can you blink? Yes, I'm blinking. I blink all the time. Where the fudge do I go? Yeah, that doesn't let you like pass through things. Or you can break like certain environmental objects and that by doing it. There's no help. Maybe I now maybe since I helped that other guy, where did he say he was gonna go again? Maybe now that I helped that guy that was stuck inside the sealed area, maybe he'll have an idea where Marshall is, and I have to speak to him first, maybe? Can't remember. Where did he say he was gonna go? Oh, stretching the legs.
Good to see you again. Hi, Jesse.
Nope. Not helpful.
See you soon. Be careful out there.
I can't remember where I go next. Because this quest isn't pointing us in the direction, it's just saying find where Marshall is. It works. Coolant. Corridor. It's not that way I go, is it? I can't even remember. Might have to give that one a quick Google. Just for the sake of quickness. Right, yeah, I went to the wrong place. It tells you up at the top there, research. I'm silly. Alright, we're good. Central research.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Bum bum bum.
Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And then...
Whoa! Whoa, you just lunged right at us. Get lost. Dunk! Oh, snipers! Shadow. You're a pain in the butt. Get off. Get off. You little biter. You're a pain in the butt. Dr. Darling's office. Whoa! Dimensional research. Ah, busy. Office of Head of Research, Dr. Caspar Darling.
I've been fielding questions recently.
HR is.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck.
He drunk.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
So yeah, he knew about the hiss before they actually arrived. I can't remember how.
Do you always need to wear them?
We'll find out eventually. Astral plane counter-assay? Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the redacted, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on. I think the redacted there is the board, the entity that keeps communicating with Jesse. Not the entity that's following her around, Polaris. That's a different entity. The board's like the ones like the inverted pyramid. Or little that allowed to access. In his written report, he states that there is a clear link between the objects of power, the board, the astral plane, and the Aldous house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the board, but had the connection to force upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the user? Maybe the board? I don't know if it's board or user or Yeah, but what happens if these particular objects were never linked to the user? Or the agent, or the board? It could be anything like that. It's redacted! Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? Redacted!
What's the deal with the Hedron residence anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard,
But yes, these symbols you see everywhere throughout the house.
tracking your movements, listening to your conversations,
From post-it notes to pictures on the walls.
we do that regardless whether or not you're wearing
Astral plane. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an altered world event occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the redacted and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge.
an HRA. Think of them as,
Darling, budget. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrison has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel. All fuss, but no results. Parakinesiology, tongue twister, has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. I'm guessing that's what he was drinking during that video. Your admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Kiss ass!
life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is,
Resonance theory. Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a redacted. I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? Altered world events, altered items, objects of power, do they share common redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Resonance!
classified. One day that classified not water might pour in and... Glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be, quick and painless. Kidding.
He's kidding. It won't be quick and painless. It'll be excruciating. Ha ha. Funny. Boom. Hey Angela, how you doing?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder
Yeah, the ashtray
invites,
maze is a good place.
can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Uh-huh.
Can never pass through. Dimensional research.
Yeah, this game is one of my favorite games. I like pretty much all the Remedy games, so I'm very excited for Alan Wake 2. Here we are, the ashtray maze. Don't know if I should be here yet either. I don't think I can proceed too far into here yet. Yeah, I've just had a marathon of the Remedy games, the refresh on the story. I played Max Payne games for the first time. I'd never played those before. Loopity loop. Launch efficiency. Same as the one I've got. What's that one? Shield, energy cost, and health. Prime. What was down there? This place is messing with us. There we go. Now I want to go down there. Anyway. Maybe that's as far as I can go for now. I think in order to proceed, you actually need the ashtray. Which, if I remember, you don't get until really late into the game. Yeah, definitely. I can't go that way yet. Yeah, that's as far as we can go here for now. Hello, you. Are you sleepy? Nah. Who's a sleepy little budgie? Wow, 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 wow. You are carrying a gun. Get out. Yes, I remember in this particular area, there is a lot of like little nooks that you can get into for secrets. I think that was one there. But can't really do it until I think it was just a place that was controlled by this ashtray. Like you could only go into it. If you went in without this ashtray, you would just go on a loop. Or you had to get permission again from the director. I can't remember the exact rules. We'll find out more about it eventually. Plant complaint. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe you could just switch it up a bit? I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into, Dr. Lewis. I don't think there's anything else in this room. La da 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 da. Excuse me, good sir, can you get out the way? Please? Thank you. I bet you there was a trophy for not killing any of the possessed that just float around. Ah well, too late now. Is that one of the motel rooms in the Ocean View Motel? I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Yiggy. Synchronicity. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Da 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 da. I don't fall down. Sniper! Anyone in the pooper? I know sometimes... Oh, went through that door. I know sometimes you do find documents just sitting in the toilet stalls. Yoink! Astral blip. I'm sure I remember the mold being around here somewhere, like your first encounter with them. Hubert, Black Rock Analysis. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Dr. Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong. Beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh, yeah. I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 black rock samples he sent. The prism, or whatever you call it. I filed them in the usual place under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together and work sometime? After work sometime? I'm free tomorrow. All the best, Hubert. I think Dr. Darling got a bit jealous over that little relationship. I think this is where the sound booth room is. If I remember, where there's some very copyright music. Hello. Someone just fired a gun. Spin rate of fire. Again. Yeah, I'm sure this is a soundproof room. If I remember. Yep. This room's very copyright. I mean, I've got the option for copyright music not to play, so I might be alright. We'll see what happens. And this is the lyrics. I think it's by the Gods of Asgard group, the group that were made up to be the old Gods of Asgard in Alan Wake. Song questionnaire. Let's see. Auditory experience. Ports of the Fall. That's it. Ports of the Fall, sorry. Ports of the Fall is the name of the actual group. But in Alan Wake, they're the old Gods of Asgard. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear in your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one's present? If so, what did they say? What do you hear? Do you hear them now? Please choose one of each of the following pairs. 1 or 2, A or B, day or night, apple or orange, burn out or fade away. The bottom one being related to the hiss. The quiet room. Imagine having this as your streaming room with that big, massive subwoofer. Nope. Nope. Sorry, can't play that. I've just activated that track inside here, and the fact that it's not playing, it's because it's copyrighted. See? I like that the devs did that. I really wish more devs would do that these days, because obviously, you know, streaming's become such a big thing that a lot of people do it, and it's a good way for, you know, developers to push their games. These are the obvious ways, like advertising, you know, through like billboards and TV adverts and things like that. But obviously these days, you know, they can get thousands and thousands of viewers by just paying one streamer that's a big streamer to promote them, you know what I mean? And so it's become a big thing these days. And for that reason, obviously that's when all these before streaming was massive, lawyers and music label artist companies and that didn't give a crap. I mean, obviously they cared that the music was being pirated online, but when it came to the streaming side of things, they didn't care because it wasn't that big back then. But then once it became a huge thing, you know, the lawyers are like, "Ooh, there's money to be made here," and when the first wave of COVID started happening and all the lawyers were sat at home with nothing to do, that's when they finally started paying attention to Twitch and attacking them more with, you know, threats of lawsuit and blah, blah, blah. And that's how Twitch had to completely rechange how they handled music and everything. And the first choice was just to start mass banning everybody and basically saying, it's not our problem, sorry, we're not dealing with this, we have nothing to do with this, it's not our fault, it's the streamers. And the problem was that in the early days of Twitch, when the DMCA started happening and the copyright lawyers and that started attacking Twitch was basically running a background algorithm that they salvaged from Justin TV before they shut it down. They never updated it, they never changed it. The same with a lot of other stuff, like the security in that. Like, obviously, they had that big hack a year or two ago where a lot of streamers, like a lot of partners' personal information got pinched, like how much money they're earning every year. And that was because, once again, Twitch cut corners and they used the system from Justin TV. Like, they never upgraded it, never updated it. And if I remember, the director of Twitch, or the CEO, admitted to this live during one of the TwitchCon events. Oh, yeah. So it's a bit of a weird one these days, the copyright thing. And it's nice when some of the devs put that option in to have it mute the copyright music. Because obviously as a gamer, when you're going into a game blind and you know nothing about it, there's high chances, you know, you're going to come across copyright music. Like, for example, the new Super Mario Bros. Wonder, that'll be fine. You know, that's music that's made by Nintendo in-house for the Mario games. However, Spider-Man 2, similar to Miles Morales, will probably have a high chance of having some copyright music in it. But hopefully this time round they've put a mute option in. They probably haven't. But it would be nice. Because there was a bunch of people getting banned when Miles Morales came out. The whole banning situation didn't really start happening around the original release of Spider-Man 1, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on that. But it was a big thing around the time Miles Morales released. I guess as much as I hate Facebook, I like what they did. Like, I read that they basically got a license to cover all streamers so that you could, you know, play copyright music on your streams. I've always said that, you know, I'm 100% behind the artists wanting to protect their music. For example, if someone's sitting playing Metallica on their stream, because Metallica are probably the most known for protecting their IP, so much so that you know, they were pretty much one of the heads of this whole wave of DMC. They were at the head of it, and a lot of people gave them a lot of flack for it. So much so that during one of the Twitch cons, they got invited on to play one of their new songs. And I think Twitch did this on purpose, but like when that song started playing, they immediately muted the stream audio and put some audio over the top of like really stupid sounding music. There's probably a clip of it somewhere on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, there'll be a clip of it. And people found it very funny because obviously Metallica, like I said, were very big on protecting their IP and their label, which again I understand, but when it comes to streaming games, I feel there's always got to be a grey area. Like I said, if someone's sitting deliberately streaming Metallica on their stream, and it's not part of a game or anything, it's just part of that like background stream, fair enough. That's on the streamer. The streamer's doing bad there, knowingly doing it. But say somebody puts a game on and a Metallica song is in that game, there should be a grey area of protection there. Because it's obviously part of the game. But again, it's because streaming it falls into that grey area. Always has and always will. Because the music industry is so outdated with that laws and protection. It was one of the first moments where I started obviously thinking of moving on from streaming. Because like every time I played a game, in the back of my mind I was just like, oh god, is this game gonna like get us banned? Am I gonna get banned tomorrow for playing this and playing that? And it just became annoying having to tiptoe around every game that I play, wondering whether or not, you know, the music was gonna get us banned. Which is why eventually I just put a mute button on my stream deck so that if I felt a track might be copyright, I could just press that button and mute the audio. The downside to that is obviously whoever's watching the VODs doesn't get the same experience as me, because while that's muted, I can still hear everything. I've got it set up so that it'll only mute on the stream side, but I can still obviously enjoy it. But even then, even though I've muted it, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, ah, great. You guys can't enjoy it. Or similar, like if I put a VOD on YouTube and it gets a bullshit false copyright claim. That's the other side that I started finding more and more annoying. Which is why at one point I just nuked my YouTube channel because I got sick of all the bullshit false copyright claims. So I just decided, you know what? I'm only using it as an archive to store my VODs from streaming. Let's just not bother anymore and just delete everything. And I did. And then eventually I started saving my VODs again. Welcome to the mold. Don't know if I should be here yet or not. Or if I should go look for Marshall now and then explore. Oh. And this is where the mold researcher is. Ah, yeah, I can't, yeah, I shouldn't be here yet. That's clearance level 4. I'll come back. How do I get out of here again? I dropped into here. How the fuck do I get back out? Also, I've not seen a TV show for the Threshold kids in a while. Ah, here we are. No, unfortunately no lords and ladies in this. Does not exist. Hand and foot? Alright, yeah, we'll come back to that. Can't really do anything in there yet. That's the mold sector. Oh boy! Quit it! I hate them things to go chill in the background, shooting rockets at you. His sniper. Bureau snipers specialized in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and the HISS snipers are well aware of how to use it. do 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 do. Parapsychology department. Right.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Can't quite reach it. God, it's a game. Oh, get down. Get there. Ah, the one snuck up on us. Dirty. Huh. Interesting. A person that was in the channel before. Apparently been following us for a long time. And they haven't really, like, obviously you've got chat logs now on Twitch, and the last time he was chatting in here was 2019? Which I think's when Control came out. I can't remember. Might be wrong. Whatever I was playing around. Oh god, I don't have the dates up. No, they're my format. Yeah, sometime around the 7th of March 2019. I wonder what I was playing back then. And they said PC version looks awesome. Good and liking the gameplay so far. And then they came in earlier and said nice game, and then left. Maybe. I'd be surprised. I have had one or two Daves come in my channel over the years. Which again, these days is very surprising. Because my channel is pretty quiet these days. But I used to get a few every now and then back in the just TV days. I'm hungry. I'm getting snuck up on. I was wondering on this. I was thinking about that the other day. Like of obviously all the followers that I've had over the years since 2009 when I started streaming. How many of those are now like dead accounts that have been like taken over by hackers or bots or what have you? I don't think there's. I actually no that no I can't because I remember like a year or two ago Twitch had like a prune of all like old accounts that they thought were inactive or bots. So no, they must all still be active. I do remember them having a prune at one point when bots became a big problem. Ah, yeah, I've got loads of channels because obviously since I've been doing this since 2009, I've followed quite a lot of channels. Ah. Why is that his cowl? Yeah, this is them researching the hiss. Nothing but a crash test dummy in there and a lot of blood. Well, the head of a crash test dummy. Emergency call supplement. Details. Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher 911, what's your emergency? Hello? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go, gone, away. Okay. And can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. She got lost into the phone service. She didn't pay her bills. So they cut her off. Unfortunately for her, that means death. Astral plane.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Yes. Ah.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but
A model of the astral plane. Or at least part of it. Astral exhibition. The astral exhibition was... Are you falling asleep up there? I think he's actually asleep. No. Go pip pips. You're tired. Go bed. Go pip pips. The astral exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything up we put in with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Ah, right, I remember what they're referring to. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity, now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in the report have been redacted. Yes, these enemies are a pain in the butt because you can't kill them. I also remember that as well. Ah! Special kids? No? Ah.
an early hypothesis was that the mindscape...
I prefer watching them on here.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it. The astral plane is subjective, but that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue...
Ah, yes. The astral spike entity.
I can't believe they'd keep that thing here.
It can't be killed. I'm going in. Oh god, wrong door! Ah, bollocks, wrong door again! The button, Jesse. Ah, right, okay, so that one also. Oh crap, move, 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 move. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Right, so I've got to get it to follow us. Hurry up, press the button. There we go.
What's the Bureau doing with that thing?
Studying it, clearly.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Oh, I do. Hello, come here. Hello. Oh, he's sleepy. Yeah, tired. Sleepy birdie. Come on. Hello. Hello, sleepy. Come on. There. Chill. Good boy. Ah, you little... I latched on my thumb there. You stop that. Ah, come on. I was out of sight. I'm also just slumping into my chair because my butt's falling asleep. This chair's getting very uncomfortable. What the fuck? What? How did that get turned on? Maybe. What are you doing up there, you little biter? Stop. La da ti, la da da. There's a wall over there. Recording chair procedures. Before using the recording devices, this is how the floating hiss in the chairs came about. People sitting in these recording chairs. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened in their chair. That's how they become floating chair hiss. Because they're strapped into it. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the record process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. This also prevents recording techniques from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Well, how they're comfortable if they're going to undergo muscle spasms. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check the volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Reminder, do not be alarmed if the length of recording footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during this process, contact your supervisor. Hello. Hello, you. We're gonna go bed. Go poop poops. I'm gonna have to soon because I gotta get up sharp in the morning. We're get Marshall, and then we'll call it there. It's not quite a while to go before I get to her, like. I remember there's some ladders in here where there's a chest hidden up above on the shelves. I think it's over here. Yeah. There's the ladder and there's the chest. Interesting that I remember little things like that as I'm replaying through. I say I picked this game clean. Discovered every morsel that I could. Items and objects, documents, everything. Aye. Hiss cluster. Ah, there we are. I finally got one of that one. That's the one that like killed itself earlier today, so I never got the document. Hiss clusters are unique in that they are contracted manifestations of hiss resonance without the need of a host. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of hiss resonance that serve support functions in the hierarchy of hiss entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Right. Astronauts information. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. See case file object of power 18 for details. In the Hypothesis Lab, a section of the Parapsychology Division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. So yeah, all those people in the chairs that became those floating chair enemies were astronauts that explore the astral plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacteds within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities, such as the astral spike. Groupthink. This study extends the work of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the Parapsychology Department carried out variations of Solomon Ark's original conformity experiments using telepathic Solomon Ark's using telepathic individuals as the subject. The experiments rejected for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, God, my reading's gone to shit. I think it's because I'm tired. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted. Yeah, I forgot about this. And yet I remembered about it as I was running through the place. And then immediately forgot about it. I have brain. Precognitive powers. Nadine sent to the research for analysis my precognitive powers. Urgent Dr. Darling, last night I had a dream. In the dream I was given the solution to a staffing problem I've been presented with just yesterday. The problem is of a confidential nature and must therefore remain unclarified here, but I can assure you that the method through which I received the helpful information was undeniably paranatural. I can only draw the conclusion that I possess the exceptional precognitive abilities and as such offer my service to the Bureau research team. We must utilize my powers for the greater good. Signed, Mr. Francis Bartram. Yeah, this guy sends a lot of letters into the facility. I don't think I missed anything around here, but I'll just give it a quick sprint over just to be safe. Yeah, we're good.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden? Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
More of you? Really?
Yep. Jesse learns of an object of power, an X-ray box in the hypnosis lab. Can I go there yet? I can't remember. I don't know if I can solve this one yet. I think it's another one I may have to come back to.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Yeah, this object's even having an effect on the hit. It's an X-ray box, light box. And people just, yeah, become mesmerized by it. Now let's just do the right thing, because as soon as I disable it, I think these guys all become hostile. Hey. Hello, Fluffy. Blip. Astral blip. Hello, you. Hello, Fluff. Ah, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, this is where that symbol comes into play. Well, right, so I think I need to get it to look like that. Got it.
Please state your name. Please state your name for the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
All right.
For the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal entanglement, cognitive.
You seize the complete astral plane challenge. All enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. Find another way to defeat. Seize? Seize. hang on. Low health enemies at low health NPCs. How do I even... I don't have that ability, do I? I'm confused. Ah! There we go. Your soul is mine. Yes, the light box lets us control them. Bollocks, didn't mean to kill him. Keep killing them. Whoops. Hey, good work, play. You have been approved. The X-ray now bound validated. Psychic occupation. Obtain the seized ability. The importance of synergy. Complete 5 side missions. How do I get into the... I remember that, the room... Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, there was extra sensory tanks where they put you in a really dark tank filled with water. Sensory tank purpose. Darling here, some of you were curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of Dr. Yoshimi Takui, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the therapy reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Takui's tapes for ourselves, plus there may be some stress relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a tank enclosed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. The X-ray light box. No unique procedures for containment. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the image belongs to a patient named Redacted. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize an individual's redacted. The seized individuals become redacted to the user. The effect lasts redacted. Once released, the seized redacted as a result of the psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. A janitor named Redacted bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Redacted. Soon, the building's occupants were redacted by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to Redacted, the perpetrator, and redacted the item. Fatalities numbered in the Redacted. For operational details, see Redacted. Hello. Psychic test. Dr. Takui's investigation. Dr. Yoshimi Takui, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe due to his unusual swift rise in fame, along with reports of vivid accompanying the use of his tapes. Investigation sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Takui's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. However, agents that attended a signing event reported Redacted when hearing Dr. Takui speak. We recommend that the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Takui's voice and perform any and all relevant analysis. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Takui, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidates program. Don't think I can get in there. I thought you could actually do something in here. Can't interact with the recording here. Maybe if I get a quest later. I'm sure I remember you actually do something here. Huh. Maybe I just gotta come back later. There wasn't a button in the other rooms, was there, that I missed? Nope. Right. Alright, I've looped. Yeah. Back around the start area. Yeah, this way was originally blocked.
Marshall is right down the hall.
Hello. Rubber duck supplement. Yeah. I like this this one. Discovered in the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update. It was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the old house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated. Is that Agent Redacted?
Marshall is waiting for you in the Luck Lab, just down the hall.
Don't know why I keep doing that. I don't have level 4 clearance. Okay. Yeah, I like this room. There's some very cryptic puzzles in this room. This room's all about objects that are considered lucky. Like the lucky golden fish, or the cat that Japanese tend to have in like shop windows and things like that. Different cultures or different like objects that are considered to be lucky. Yeah, it's supposed to bring wealth. But yeah, there's a very big puzzle revolving around the objects in this room and in that room. Yeah.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
As well as, if I remember, the very last puzzle I did on my original playthrough was the very last thing I did before I stopped playing. I think there's a bunch of these cats hidden throughout the whole of the game. You've got to find them all. And you get something interesting. Four-leaf clover. Horseshoe. Elephant. I don't know if I can solve that puzzle now. No, because it requires level 5. Never mind.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jessie. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Right, as much as I want to continue, I've got a starting headache. It is late. I've got to be up sharp. So yes, I'm gonna call that there for the night. I'll do. I'll probably have a long stream of this tomorrow and Sunday because obviously I've got to get through this entire Alan Wake, and I've still got a long way to go. But yes, anyway, I'm gonna call that there for the night. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the new followers. If you watch on YouTube, hope you enjoy. There'll be more to come. Until then, have a good night, and I'll catch you again later. Peace.